Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is actually another thoughts post. Today it is going to surround the mess with the married man and the side heifer, the black business items that I've purchased that I have been using, whether it's me just telling you an update or showing you the method in which I use some of these items, and certain TV shows that I want to talk about that have come back, that are coming back, brand new, that I actually might be, more than likely, doing recaps, reviews on when they come out, and more, possibly. So anyway, let's go and get started. So y'all didn't see this. I combed this out on purpose, okay? Combed it out so that it does not look anything like my hair once all this stuff is in it. Because y'all saw, look at the curls. Look at the curls. And it's all because of the product by Honey's Handmade that I purchased, right? So I figured I'd come on here and redo one of them. I haven't even washed the product out of that particular one at all. All I did, take my comb, comb it out. No curls, no nothing. So putting a little bit, like it's like almost nothing on my hand. I don't even think, like, people don't understand, a lot of this stuff goes a long way. I may put a little bit more on it, but I doubt it. But yeah. So my hair in this particular section, it do the most, right? Meaning it acts as if it takes a lot for it to curl. And I just be like, why are you acting stubborn like that? Like, I don't get it. So, I mean, it's trying to curl. And my gray hairs, or I don't know if y'all have ever experienced any of this before. If you have gray hairs, I know for me, my gray hairs tend to be a lot straighter. Well, kind of straight, if you will. I don't know. And it's like a completely different texture. I've always noticed that my entire life, but it became more prominent when I really started getting them like that after I turned 30. So yeah, so I added just a little bit more. And now I'm about to do a finger coil so we can see what happens. All right, I think it's gonna really come out how I want it to this time. It's gonna be a little bit tighter, a little bit more uniform. And like, in all honesty, in this section, it kind of takes a moment to kind of get where it needs to go. But yeah, like, it feels good. It feels really good. And in this area for my hair, this is amazing, like, for real. So, yeah. That's what it looks like. It's soft. It feels really, really good. It feels really nice. I actually am shocked that I've been able to get it as tight as I have been in this area, because, like I said, this area is like the loosest curl pattern in my hair. Like, it's the tightest in the back and like right here in the middle. And then it's like, it's just so random. So yeah. But yeah, this is the curl, honey. This is the curl. Y'all don't worry about the gray hair. Gray hair gonna do what it wanna do. But yeah, that's the one I just did. And I have movement, even though my hair is in the TWA phase. Hallelujah in the name. I'm actually enjoying the TWA phase because I've never seen myself with short hair outside of baby pictures. I've always had long hair. Never had a problem with growing hair. Only time my hair's been short before was when I was still relaxing it. But I cut it and it was like right here, and I had it in layers, and I wanted to have the short do. But yeah, I love it. This product, y'all don't understand. And this product smells so good. I'm excited to see what the $2 item is going to be tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be something that's in a big jar like this. Or some shampoo, because I've been waiting. the doggone shampoo. I'm waiting on the shampoo because I haven't purchased any of the shampoos yet. See, I'm the type of person that if I can get a deal, I'm going to try to do it. So I'm waiting to see if she's going to put up a shampoo that kind of interests me. Like the names of certain shampoos and the scents and ingredients associated with certain things. It makes me interested in them, which is why I was interested in this, because I like coffee and cocoa / chocolate combinations. So I was like, okay, but I mean, even though this does not really smell like cocoa at all to me, the coffee, this, I really wish y'all could smell this. To me, it smells like a toffee or caramel popcorn-esque type of situation. It smells good to me. And surprisingly enough, yesterday, well, when I went to work this morning, I had moments where I would turn my head and I still could smell it. And I couldn't believe it because it's really light. It's really, really light in texture. So I've been surprised that it's still doing its thing. So I'm like, ooh, thank you. So I'm still loving this product. I'm excited to see what's going to happen tomorrow, because not all the time am I going to live for the product that they are going to be, you know, having on the sale. Like one time she had a sale and it was on certain products that sound like you're in the kitchen. I think it was her Melba's Kitchen or whatever it's called. I don't even remember, y'all. I don't even want to mess it up like that. But it was something that's like based off of like greens and all that stuff. But I think she actually does have like onions and something in some of these. And apparently they work, but I just don't want my hair smelling like that. Like for me, my whole life, whenever I have washed my hair and done my hair smells good. People know me for my hair smelling good. Like I never think that was a thing, but there are people who smell the perfume that I put on and they smell my hair. They be like, what you got in your hair? Like they live. They get their entire life. And I just be like, because I put product in my hair or because I actually washed my hair, you like how my hair smells? Really? Like that's how, you know, much I live for certain products or whatever, right? But anyway, y'all, to me, my curls are still popping from yesterday when I applied the product. They still look really good. They still feel good. I love this product. Whenever I need to do a refresher, I definitely use it. So please, again, go and check out Honey's Handmade. All you gotta do is go to honeyshandmade.com, or you could go on her IG, Facebook, and Twitter account under the same name. I love this product. Speaking of Black-owned businesses, every single day, playpits.com. This is the only one that I wear. This is the only one that I have purchased. Queen, playpits.com. Love it. I love it. I think I'm almost done with my very first container of this. I have 2 more. Once I start on the second one, I'm going to purchase at least 2 more so that I can just have them on hand every now and again. Anything can happen. So I just want to make sure I have stuff on hand, even though it takes me a month, 2 months, however long to get through the deodorant. I still want to have it on hand. I don't ever want to be without this. This stuff smells so good. Y'all don't understand. Last night, while I was asleep, I got my text message stating that the last round of the boxes are going to be available at 9 o'clock. So if you signed up for the text message notifications, that went out last night. And because she'll send you stuff at random. You will never know unless you are a part of the Under Army and have actually set up text message notifications and all of that. I get the text messages and I get the emails. But yeah, the text messages said that they will be available. There were only a limit of 2. I think they are $50 a piece. So yeah, $60, I think. But but I ended up getting mine for like $51 because of a discount that I used from the last order that I did from her. So yeah, but there was a limit of 2. If you tried to purchase more than 2, your whole order would be canceled. And then whoever else was next in line might look up and get one of the last boxes. So Queen is sold out as of this morning. King was still there, and whatever I think the other box is like no, might be sunshine. I don't remember, but anyway, King was still there this morning, and whatever the other fragrance is, it was still there in the box. So I definitely use Queen, the natural deodorant by Play Pits, every single day. And like every other day, every now and again, every single day. And like I haven't used this in maybe 2 days, but I love this. This is 8 ounces of awesomeness. It does not take a lot. This woman had this filled to the brim, and I've actually been using this a whole lot. Even though I don't use it every single day, I'm definitely gonna whip it out in the summertime. I'm trying to salvage it because she's not gonna do this again. She's not gonna do this again. Last Wednesday, she got on live for a little while, and she was talking to everybody. And anytime I asked her a question, because she, left the floor open for questions and, us to comment on stuff. Anytime I asked her a question, she responded. And I was here for it. She was trying to make it a thing where she might come on Wednesday mornings for a little while, but she doesn't want to have it set in stone because that's not how it's going to always go. Because she literally get in there and she fulfills these orders. She actually uses the machine to get the stuff to squirt into these by hand every day with the other people who are helping. Like, she does this by hand. So yeah, y'all. But yeah, I was talking to her and asking her again, because I'm going to continuously say it until she makes it a thing. She said she might do it. I told her, I said, Queen smells amazing. I don't know how the other stuff smell, but hopefully one day you will consider making this into a body fragrance, whether it's in oil form, body splash form, or perfume. I don't care whatever way you make it. If you ever make it, I am going to get that notification and I am going to set it off. If it smells exactly like this, I'm telling y'all, if you are like me and deodorant has never worked for you, give Play Pits a try. I'm telling you, it works. This is literally the first deodorant that has worked for me that was made by someone else. Because, I mean, I've made my own. In 2010, I made my own. But the way I was making it, apparently it was like too much baking soda or whatever. And it was irritating. And I didn't care. I just smelled good. But, like, this does not irritate me at all. It's not overpowering in scent. None of that. It smells heavenly. People say that all the other scents smell good. I don't know what they smell like. She actually prefers to wear King. And I mean, she's a woman, and I'm whatever. I understand that people like the woodsy scent or whatever it was she called it, but I'm very particular when it comes to that. With some of those wood type situations, I can't even think. I know I'm saying the word wrong, but it's along those lines. But yeah, she prefers that over Queen, even though Queen is everything. But anyway, y'all, I done talked y'all head off about that. Let me move right on along to the next order of business. So, the married man and the side heifer. So, apparently, I spoke too soon when I gave y'all a little bitty update on yesterday in regards to that situation. I had seen him. I'd heard his voice whenever I would be on my break. And instead of me getting up when I normally would get up to leave and start prepping, because you have to do a lot before you go back and start working, COVID regulations and all this other stuff. I've just been taking my time, and so hadn't gotten up yet to go do nothing. But I hear him. So I knew he was still working. It's not like he wasn't at work. He normally worked on his days off. And he normally work his regular schedule, of course. So very rarely is he off. Like there has to be absolutely nothing going on in life on his off days for them to be like, nah, bro, we don't need you. You just go on here, stay at the house. So anyway, today, went to work. First break, I was good. Second break, went on my lunch. Went on my lunch and I came back. I literally was about to be like maybe 2 minutes away from the area that I was working in today. So if you don't know this about me, I'm the type of person that unless I can tell who you are while looking out of my peripheral, I'm not going to be looking at. I don't look at people. I've had so many instances back in the day when I was younger with gang activity that I learned early on, you can't make eye contact with people. You can't, like, I mean, that stuck with me. Even though I'm not afraid of all that stuff anymore, because I actually grew up and thought it was a joke. I'm like, people still in gangs? But yeah, I'm just not, I just don't do it anymore. I just don't make eye contact. So I've just gotten to that point where if I'm not going to look at you, or really, it very rarely will I'll kind of glance every now and again, because I'm like, that might be who I think it is. And I'm like, no. And then I go on about my business. But if I've tried to speak to you before and you want to kind of act like I ain't speak to you, knowing good and well you heard me, oh, I'm ignoring you. Okay, then that's how it's going to go. So anyway, I didn't know who this was, but they were coming up. And I was going back in to go work. So the way that it's set up in the walkway that leads out into what I want to call the common area, which has nothing to do with work and all that stuff. There's a walkway, like the walkway that I was telling y'all about before. Like it's a kind of long distance. I mean, it's not long, but I'm saying like considering how long you have to walk in order to get where you going, it's kind of long. But the way they have it is you have to go through this small walkway where only one person can go through it at a time. You can't stand next to one another when you do that. And then there's this long walkway where it's an open area that they have like separated with this yellow chain. And they have it like that. I guess they did that because of COVID. I wasn't there when everything first started, but I think it was a big walkway, but then they just have it separated. So there's literally one way you come out and one way you go in. So anyway, I'm going in and I'm passing through, you know, next to the yellow chain. And I hear somebody say, hey, how you doing? I heard him. It was the married dude's voice. So I was like, I'm fine. How are you? It was like, I'm good. So the part of the yellow chain that I was at, I had literally just come out of the small walkway, the little small area, and then step down, and then I'm going to where I'm going to go. And he was like about to pass through. So the only way that you can come back the way you're actually supposed to go, you're not supposed to go under the chain or any of that, right? So I'm like, okay. Keep in mind the small little walkway where no one can walk next to you, it has to be like, I don't know how thick. So, you know, I mean, you can't break through it unless you run through it with a bulldozer or whatever. Anyway, either this man decided, I don't know who calling me, either this man decided to go around and come through the little bitty walkway, or he dipped up under the yellow chain and followed me. I didn't hear him yet again, because just in case you didn't hear the first time when I did the story time about this situation, he was behind me one day and I didn't know. I hadn't even seen him at all when I was on that break, coming back from break. Then all of a sudden he was literally up on my behind, like there, like on me, like touching me, like his midsection. The front of his body was on my booty, and I was standing there holding the door open for somebody else, and he was just there all of a sudden. And I literally looked back like a couple of steps before I was going to enter in this door. Nobody was there. Then all of a sudden he was there. So anyway, today he either went up under the chain or he went around real quick and came back through and followed me. Now keep in mind, if he was going the way that he was going, that meant that he was going to go on a break, whether it was a lunch break or a regular break, use the bathroom, get something to eat, all that, all the little common stuff, go to his car, do whatever, but not work. Because where he works is in the direction that I was going. Even though we don't work in the same area, where he works, he has to go the exact way that I'm going through that door and then go off into the area that he works in, even though we don't work anywhere near each other. Y'all, this man was following me. I didn't even know he was following me until he said, "So, you thinking about changing departments?" I was like, y'all don't understand. Like I said, I'm walking. Nobody is there. I've gotten to the point where I kind of like look behind me like that. I ain't see nobody. Nobody. And all of a sudden, like, since I did it. I can see the whole area out of y'all, I'm trying to, let me calm, because I just can't believe this fool did this. He doing the most. Out of habit. Because again, like I explained before, I just want to be like, oh, I don't want to, have the door closed on anybody. So let me make sure ain't nobody behind me. So out of habit, I looked this way on this side. So I kind of glanced behind me, didn't see nobody. Well, I don't know if he dipped up under the chain or if he went through that little walkway and was following me the whole time. But he was kind of on this side, so I didn't see him at all. So then he was like, so you planning on, so when you gonna switch over to another part? When you gonna start working in another department? So I was like, he didn't see my reaction. I was like, oh my God. And I had my mask on. So, of course you ain't gonna hear me. Of course you ain't gonna see my reaction. So I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, when you gonna change departments? You plan on, you want to work in another part? I was like, no. He was like, you like working in that area? I was like, yeah, I ain't got no issues. Like, people, I can't tell y'all what I do. I can't tell y'all what I do. But just know, they worked a mule out of me today. I had a good week until today. I worked some pounds off today. They got me. They got every single dollar out of me today. But yeah. But it's not hard. It's not hard work or anything like that. It's just sometimes it can be a lot. And I'm just like, it's just all in how you take it. I pray before I go in. I pray throughout the day, and I hope for an amazing day. Today just wasn't that day. And it is what it is. So, I mean, for me to have had, my week is going to be complete tomorrow. My work week is, random. So, my Friday is tomorrow. So, I'm going to go to work, and then I'm going to be off for 2 days, and then I'm going to go back in. Unless something happens by the time I get off tomorrow, I'm done for the next 2 days, then I go back Friday. So, I mean, I like my schedule. Anyway, like, he kept doing the most. He was like, you really like that? You like working up there? I was like, yeah, I ain't got no issue with it. I was like, what? And I had to think about it because the normal me would have interacted with him slightly different had it not been for the side piece situation. Because I would have been like, okay, so what you trying to suggest? Where you work is better? Like, I really would. First of all, I was going to be a little bit petty. I thought about being petty and saying something to see where he was going to go with it. I was going to say something like, oh, so, I mean, what you trying to say is where you work any better? Like, am I supposed to be coming to where you work? Like, what? I could have been petty. I was like, nope, not going to do it. And then he really going to think something of it if I go there. So I'm not finna do it. Not finna do it. So, y'all, this dude went all the way off. And then I'm like, you was just going to lunch or something, though. Y'all, I legit think that this man hadn't seen me. Like, he ain't seen me since I put that video up. That day was the last day he saw me. Laid eyes on me. He knew I'd been at work. I know he know my name. Because, y'all, this is what I do hate about my job. If you out, everybody gonna know. If you there, everybody gonna know. If you work over, everybody gonna know. If you volunteer to work on your day off, everybody gonna know. Because the way that they do things, they post your whole schedule up there for the week. The changes that they make, they just do the most, y'all. They do the most. I just be like, why? Why? So, he already know my name now. So, and he know what department I work in. Well, he know what I do. So I could be in any department, but he know what I do. So he knows that I'm at work because he has to look at the schedule too, even though we work in a completely different department that ain't got nothing to do with one another at all. I mean, they coincide in a way, but we don't have nothing to do with each other at all. So, y'all, I'm tired. Like, this is why I was like, okay, like I was saying, I'm sorry, I got off track for a second. But I legit think that he was like, I think she hit a day. And he might have solicited one of the people who works near him or near the department that I work in, and was like, if you see her, let me know what time you see her. Because he know that I'm supposed to be back or coming back at a certain time. Even if you can't catch me when I'm leaving out. If somebody tell you or you see me, you know around the time that I'm going to be walking back through. So I really legit feel like he knew I was about to come through at the time that I came through this morning when I went on my lunch break. And he was just like, oh, let me make it look like I, accidentally ran into her. Ooh, I ran into her. I really feel like that's what he did, y'all. Because instead of him going back out, he just went back to where I was like, oh no. Because I knew he was literally going to his area. In the area that he works in, it's a very, 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 very important part of what I do. So I was just like, I really feel like you playing this. Like you're doing the most. And I don't think the side heifer was there today. I don't think they needed her. And if she was there, I ain't see her. But yeah, she's still mean mugging. She came over to my area yesterday. She had volunteered. And the area she was supposed to work in, something was wrong. And so she basically wasn't doing nothing for like the first couple of hours. So she came over there to where I was. And the person who was working in the area with me, she was all up in his face. And then she kept looking down in my face. I was like, girl, if you don't get on somewhere. Like, that's all I kept saying. Like, I can't. Like, I don't understand. You really want to sit up here and mean mug me and be mad at me because a married man who is not married to you takes it upon himself to roll up on me. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Today, I was wrong for the pants that I had on. Yes, they were within the guidelines of my job. They were not skin tight. They fit just right. And even though I'm fat, apparently I have a really nice behind, okay? And that thing was thangin', as the young people say. And that might have been why he appeared how he did today. Because it was so random. Like, I hadn't seen him since I put that video up, y'all. I was like, where did he even come from? So random. But anyway, y'all, that thing was thangin'. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Because I was like, let me look real. Like, I looked in the mirror. I was like, oh, okay. That thing was thangin' today. Y'all don't understand. Anyway. Oh, y'all know I'm crazy. Let me go somewhere and sit down. I ain't even finished the thoughts video. I'm going to have to do a second part to talk about the TV shows. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to my foolishness. There's y'all update on all the little things I want to talk to y'all about. Now I'm going to talk to y'all about the TV shows. I'll be back in a little while. I'll see y'all later. Bye.